What's up guys, Jordan here from Arcade Tunes. Today in this vlog, I have a bunch of cars I need dyno to get rid of. Also behind me, we have a built Supra B58 motor. It's going in like a Supra with very, very low miles. Got dropped off for a full build. Turbo, built motor, fuel system, our micro squirt fueling package, everything. So check out the motor first. Bottom end's all done. Next up, we have to put like the stuff in the head because it's not gonna be a stock head. So I don't say exactly what yet, but we're gonna do the head next, and then I'm waiting on gaskets and stuff to be able to put the head back on the motor and like random one-time use bolts. So that'll get done some point on the dyno. Right now I have a F10 M5 I had to do some dyno hits on, and then I have a few cars outside I need to finish up. So we'll see what goes on the dyno after this car. Behind me we have an F10 M5. We're gonna do some dyno hits on it as a baseline. Then we're gonna put our tune on and see what it does. It just has high flow downpipes. All right, so that's the baseline pulls. The car made 480 wheel horsepower, 480 wheel torque. Check this out. Next up, I just uploaded the tune to the car. I'm gonna do some more hits, see what it makes power-wise after our tune. That car is done. It's getting out of here. It made 120 wheel horsepower, about 90 foot-pounds of torque. Pretty solid gains, even though both the baseline and the afterpull are on the lower side, in my opinion. It should make about, that's the numbers. It should make about 540 wheel horsepower baseline, about 650, 660 to 680 wheel horsepower afterwards. The car pulls timing on both the stock tune and our tune. I don't think his gas is bad. More realistically, he has a vibration somewhere. Super common that these cars will have like the downpipe bracket vibrating on something or the exhaust touching underneath the car. And both of those will show like the car's pulling timing, like it's knocking or detonating. So he's gonna go look into that. If he fixes it, he'll gain another 50 or 60 wheels. So that's it for that one. We're gonna pull in the next car, which is a Supercharged E46 M3 with 1000 cc South Bay fuel injectors, a Walbro fuel pump that we installed. We rewire a little bit differently than stock. And we're gonna do it on pump gas first, see what it makes, and E85. It also has a smaller pulley. We don't know exactly what boost it's gonna make, probably make 13, 14 pounds. And it's the lowest level active kit. I think it's called a Prima kit with meth and E85 now. So this car actually in the meantime to get a flash with our normal tune. Car has some sort of downpipe intake on it. And then we're gonna do one more, then get back to the dyno stuff. All right, up next is the F80. We just tuned, we're gonna pull it in. If it's on air, we didn't want to mess with it. We just flashed outside for the guy. So pretty freaking low. The car has a bad TPS sensor. It's not functioning properly. So we ordered 2 new TPS sensors. We're gonna be installing that. We're gonna take out the dyno, install it, and then put it back on. So this car is gonna come off, and then let's see what's next. All right, so we're back on this E36. They went ahead, they changed the wastegate spring. I told them I wasn't gonna do anything because it's not like the car is just making too much boost. It's a wastegate location issue, and it's gonna boost creep. Put a 5-pound spring in the car. We're gonna see what it makes now. They told me they sorted like 15, which my guess is gonna creep to the moon. Even if it makes 5 and goes to 15, it's gonna have a lazy power curve, almost like a supercharged-ish. So let's do some dyno hits on this and see where it's at. For all my E36 people out there, you know it's a lovely day when you hop in the car, go close door, and the door panel ends up in your hand. So, fucking sick. We're just gonna pop this bad boy back on here somehow, and then make a dyno hit. I'm also gonna show you guys exactly what the boost creep inside the car looks like. Don't look at that. They still never fixed the vanos from last time either, so that's like that. Now we'll bring this up to boost so we know the air fuel is very good. Make it easy to look at. Here you can see the boost right here, and the tach. You'll see as the RPMs increase, so does the boost. All right, let's go see what it did. I mean, I'm not surprised already. I can see from here. As mentioned previously, I already knew this thing was gonna boost creep by them changing the wastegate spring. It just changes how much boost creep. Something I've learned is that no matter, if you have a car boost creep, you change the spring, it's not gonna make it or break it. And if anyone ever says, oh, but I'm gonna run 1,000,000 pounds boost, I don't care about creep, your curve will always be weird. Your wastegate boost cycle will always have to like start really high and drop a lot to try to compensate for the creep if you're even within a workable range. Having wastegates that just work and do their job is a way better solution. So my guess is this car now will actually come apart and then get the wastegate put on a proper location. But I'm gonna show you right now the difference between the before and after. So now it goes, I don't know what that was, 5 or whatever, to like 17 pounds up top, where I'm lifting. I'm not even hitting the limiter. I'm getting a little sketched out. The problem is he does this in a higher gear. Let's say 5th gear on the parkway or something. That boost might just keep going as there's more and more exhaust flow across the turbo. That's sort of what's limiting it. The leak isn't good enough, aka the wastegate. So I'm gonna show you the before and after, and you're gonna see right off the rip, it gets into boost way earlier and then just makes way more power. The end goal is something between the two, something like 500 wheel torque and 500 wheel horsepower. So check this out. There's a difference between the graphs. They say last but not least. This is last and the least. So I do a lot of supercharged E36s. They work pretty good. I do very specific injector MAF combos, but I've done a lot of them. And that way I know if I give you the tune, doesn't run good, same one with your car. This is not a common setup. This is a stock MAF with 30-pound injectors. I've done a handful of them. Did one for my friend at Cash from Motorsports not too long ago. And I've done a few of them, so I have an idea where it should be. Put a tune in the car, ran a little wonky, checked a bunch of things. Car had a resistor on the MAF. It should not have a resistor on the MAF. We fixed a bunch of other things. The MAF was just chilling on the end of the supercharger. We put like some couplers, check this out. We put this coupler here, so it's really close, but it's not touching. It's a little sketchy to be honest, but we put this here, and then put the MAF on the bottom, and the end of the MAF is like right underneath the wheel well area. And this is a horrible idea for superchargers because it can suck shut. We actually have a metal pipe in here and a metal pipe in the straight right here. So it has about that much of flexible section, so it actually can't suck shut. It's totally fine, but whatever. The car came in for a tune. We did all that. Finally get the car on the dyno right now, and the car is a smoke show. All it does is makes clouds and clouds and clouds of smoke. I cannot be in this room and dyno this car. It's not possible. It's horrible. So I'm done with it. I'm just gonna put it outside and then make sure the air fuel I don't light load is good. Well, I already did that. So I guess I'm just gonna put it outside and then tell the owner to bring it back to the shop that assembled it and have them try to figure out what's going on with the smoke. Cause it's not like a little bit of smoke. It's not like the motor's old. It literally just smells like blown up engine, like tons of oil consumption. I don't know if there's coolant there too, it's horrible. So that's it for me. That's it for this car. Hope you enjoyed watching. I appreciate everyone that watches. If you do enjoy it, give me a like, a thumbs up, subscribe. So thanks, on to the next one.